The poultry industry is increasingly reliant on automation, on farm, in processing facilities and in hatcheries. And we reap the benefits of automation as well, with higher outputs, higher accuracy and more efficient processes. A good example of this is the WingScan automated feather sexing machine of TARGAN, installed in many hatcheries around the world. In this episode of Poultry Talks, we look into the conditions needed to get the most out of automation, because downtime should be prevented at all costs. I am joined by TARGAN's customer success managers Jason Fryar and Ricardo to explore how their teams turn advanced technology into day-to-day results, from installation and training to optimization, troubleshooting and long-term performance tracking. Well, hello, Jason and Ricardo. Really good to have you here on Poultry Talks. Before we delve into the finesses of automation success, Jason, can you explain shortly what WingScan does, what it is?
Sure. So the WingScan is a poultry sexing system that's automated in fashion, allowing you to separate male and female birds before they go to the farm.
So, as I understand it, it's a really highly automated system. Ricardo, what do producers actually need from an automation partner like Targan in 2026?
Yeah, well, I think the first is to, when you choose an automation company, the first thing you are looking for is someone to help you to increase or improve your return of investment. That's the key. No? And later you look at that it's matching animal welfare, easy operational and cleaning, and something that you are buying that is cost effective.
Mhm.
I think
And
that's the key
and I can also imagine that when they run into some sort of problem, they want to have it solved, right?
for sure.
In your day-to-day work, Jason, what pressures are producers facing today that make reliable and rapid support so critical for automation to deliver its true value?
Good question. So, as you know, in poultry production today, and particularly at a hatchery, um, labor challenges occur. So, it's not just a shortage of labor that happens, but it's more about even skilled labor that's a bit more repetitive in nature, and it's a bit more of a less desirable job. So, it's hard to fulfill. So we're looking at, how do we introduce automation that can fill those needs and be maintained over time. We need to make sure that this automation relieves the challenges that they're facing through labor shortages and not finding the right skill set. And then making sure the automation in place doesn't provide an additional burden to the producer when they're already stretched with resource availability. Along with that, there's an additional rising demand, and that it occurs both in poultry meat production as well as the automation now that they're looking at in order to support their business. So producers need technology that works the first time. It doesn't have ongoing issues. It has services that help support the needs from uh, continuing to have automation run reliably. They need to make sure that there are no small concerns or issues that become critical issues later and disrupt their operations or productions.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure all critical points to address. Um, And I can imagine that you need a well-structured service network to maintain the automation. How does such a well-structured service network with people on the ground in the proximity to the hatcheries and also data-driven insights help the producers keep systems running constantly and consistently?
So let me address the data driven insight portion a little bit. So we're very strong in data and analytics in terms of systems and automation. We use it extensively across our organization in order to ensure that we remotely are able to access our equipment and diagnose or determine if systems are running properly, if we're actually effectively um, seeing the systems meet the needs of the customer. We also want to make sure that the data and the trends flag us for early problems. So that gives us the ability to troubleshoot or to address issues quickly. It creates a sense of trust with our customers because we're able to address issues that they may not even know they have yet. Um, it's an ability to look remotely and address locally when we have service and technicians available to visit sites in close proximity. So yeah, and in fact, there's an example that comes to mind. We have had our remote diagnosis, or sorry, our remote support personnel actually looking at a system just recently where they had issues that they could see starting to evolve, and it was kind of with a motor amperage and torque settings that we can look at and see how systems are running for a specific conveyor at a specific site. And as he's diagnosing and looking at that, he's like, this could be an issue. So let's talk to the technician. Let's go ahead and get him out to the site. So while the customer really didn't know there was an issue that could be occurring or happen, we're sending someone already to the site to get ahead of the issue. So they arrive on site, they recognize there's potentially a problem, but it hasn't occurred yet. The day of the actual production run finishes, the technician addresses the issue, which was a bad bearing, and replaces that. And the issue never actually occurred where the customer knew that there was going to be a problem. He was just appreciative that we showed up, that hey, there was a problem you knew about that I didn't. We ran through our day without a flaw, so that really makes us feel confident that you guys are on top of the situation.
So that means you're constantly monitoring these real small changes in, well, the behavior of the machine by data.
Absolutely, yeah. The data really gives us great insight into how our systems are performing and making sure that they're meeting the needs of the customer and actually meeting the requirements that we say we can meet in terms of performance.
Really great, yeah. Ricardo, what do you want to add?
Yeah, well, like he said, it's local presence, faster response is needed, and it is crucial because we are working with live chicks. Um, and here I have to say that Targan understand the need of the market like no one else today by having local team closest to the customers, which can get on sign quickly and minimize downtime. But but also very important and probably even more from the team connected 24 hours to the equipment, which can identify and drive to solve breakdowns and lack of not only breakdowns, but also lack of operations that happen during days, even when the equipment is on hold. So this is what we used to call predictive and preventative maintenance.
Okay, really valuable. I heard that the company Targan is expanding globally. I've met the owner at IPPE, for instance, and now we're talking from the Netherlands and from Canada and in Europe. But what foundations are being put in place to ensure that producers continue to get fast, practical support wherever they are? Because the world is a big place, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I already mentioned, but year to date, I could say that Targan is the only one company having a team connected to the equipment every day, every time. And if the issue is not solved remotely without the customer involved, involved with the customer, then monitoring the system, the local team can resolve the issue knowing before to arrive what is happening and what to do, meaning the faster response and solution in the market globally, and that's something important to understand what is the support we are giving to the customer. Targan is giving to the customer, and the customer success team continuously analyze and follow up with the customer to stay aligned with what's happened during with what is happening on the ground. The team is working together. All the team is working together to assure the customer products, that is the chicks, are the best produced.
Yeah, and to add to that a little bit, as we expand our service out to multiple markets across the globe, we have to have the right people in place and the right processes. We are connected with analytics and data, but also our team of field service technicians go through an extensive training process that gets them prepared for what they need to do in the field in order to be successful and ensure the customer needs are being met. They learn how to use some of the data and analytics that we rely on heavily in order to ensure the systems are properly performing and being monitored. So there's a lot of processes and procedures that are being put in place in order to ensure that no matter where the customer is located, we have the right providers and service technicians in place to meet those needs and ensure that those systems are running each and every day.
Can imagine it's quite a challenging and interesting job to expand a service team together with your customer base.
Yes, definitely.
Thanks, Jason and Ricardo, for explaining the value of the customer support network of TARGAN. And thank you both for your contribution on this episode of Poultry Talks. If you want to learn more on the poultry industry topics like these, please keep an eye out for more Poultry Talks on poultryworld.net. Thank you so much.